Go racing in the Dirt Talk Nation on KFNY, the Texas Radio. It's time to go racing. It's time to go talk racing on KFNY, the Texas Radio. It's time to go racing. It's time to go talk racing on KFNY, the Texas Radio.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that echo at the beginning. Hey, so it means you got to close those windows, Wills. Close those windows. We are getting you started in the Dirt Talk Nation right now. Hey, and this segment is brought to you by our good friends at Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tires Southwest since 1968. Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tires Southwest has been serving the Dallas-Fort Worth racing community. From race parts to tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice at all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, The Woodlands, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite, Texas. Hey, if you don't live close to one of our stores, no problem. You can order online 24 hours a day at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free, 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs. There we are. We're now here in the nation. Make sure you text in at the Young Ideas text toy 469-355-0362, 469-355-0362, brought to you by our good friends at Young Ideas. Joining us in studio right now is the driver of the number 72. What are you doing over there? Hold on to that one. That's the wrong one, Will. The driver of the 72, that is Chris Tarrant in the middle. What's up, Chris? Wave.
How is everybody?
How's everybody? I tell you what. And to his left, to my right, you're right on the screen. That's, hold on, let me turn that down before it goes. It's Mr. Morris, sponsor of the Baxter Motorsports crew. How you doing, Mr. Morris? How you doing, bud?
Very well. How are you doing today?
Man, I am doing good. We're just a few days away from, of course, the World of Outlaws, the biggest weekend of the year for a lot of people who love to come out to the Bowl. It's probably the most packed night of the year, I think, at the Bowl. Well, it's been my experience anyway. When it's beautiful weather outside, the Spring Nationals is gorgeous. It's usually pretty packed for the Spring Nationals, too. And the Winter Nationals isn't bad either. But it's all dependent upon weather. But this one's always the perfect time of year, the end of April as we come into May, and the rain. Hopefully, it's a little rain out there right now, but it's not looking like it's going to be a lot. Actually, it'd be perfect for the track, actually. LR, who should be joining us shortly. I'll probably be excited about that. But the Invitational, the Limited Modified Invitational, out this week. It's going to be Friday and Saturday night, just limited modifieds only, along with the World of Outlaws, which is kind of good because the World of Outlaws does their time trials and qualifying. That seems like it takes forever, but it really doesn't. Like, it's literally, a minute per car, I guess.
Probably not even that.
Like, I'm talking, yeah, because they only run 2 laps. Really it's 2.5 because they get on the track on the backside. But, yeah, they get out there, man. They get after it. And, Chris, you've driven a sprint car before, yes or no?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I thought you said that last year you had driven a sprint car before. But you drive the limited modified now. It's a Western Flyer. Got that one last year. It was the middle of last season, right?
Middle of last year, we crashed and tore up a car, and Alan had just bought this one, two weeks before I think we'd got it to the shop. And so we thrashed and got it together. But, yeah, we're in a Western Flyer.
That's good. And him walking in behind me, you guys can see it on the camera there. It's LR. He'll be sitting in his normal spot here in just a moment. You'll see him walk by and mosey on in. We'll talk all kinds of good stuff. But, Chris, so I was told that there are something happened a couple years ago that required rules being put in place for your wife, Kathy?
Oh, goodness. Yes.
What rules? First of all, no cooking?
Well, that rule was put into place 12 years ago when I met her. No, man. She likes to throw her arms and run around the pit area, and she looks like a chicken running around there with her arms flapping around. So
So
she's got to stay in our area unless she goes down to the concession stand or the board or to see her brother. That's the only places she can go besides our pit area.
So what incident occurred that got those put into place?
When was that? When Wally got in the back of me and she was throwing her hands up in the air and making a scene and
trying to fight with her own brother?
Yeah, just stupid stuff. Stupid.
And what is Wally's middle name again?
Dewey.
Yeah, Dewey. That's right. I'm starting calling him Dewey. He was like, I hate you. Dewey Beatty in the number 4 limited model. So you'll be racing this weekend, yeah?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Yes. Yep, ready to go.
Man, we got rained out last week. Got a good night of racing on Friday night, which was great. And then Mother Nature is, I don't know what her deal is. Hey, let's rain on Friday and Saturday. And then, man, it's beautiful Sunday through Thursday.
You know,
it's raining today. That's a good thing.
Right, that's what we just said. You're probably like, yeah, this is going to be great for the track.
It's good
and because the rest of the week looks like it's, mid 70s, low 80s, and, windy and sunny, which is good because that'll help dry it out. So it'd be good stuff. Do you like it? Yeah, as I want to say, I recall you like more of a dry slick than a tech.
Well, I used to. I used to love dry slick, but since we got in this Western Flyer car, we've struggled on dry slick. But I think we're getting better. I really and truly prefer the dry slick. I do. Matter of fact, opening night was probably the perfect track in my opinion.
Depends on what car he's in.
Yeah.
If he was in a sprint car, he probably wouldn't say that.
No, well, used to, you get a little bit of a cushion up there. It doesn't build the cushion like it used to.
So as we get ready to go to this, and LR, this question's come up quite a bit. Actually, Chris has a question about the Invitational, Limited Modified Invitational.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Explain how we got the list. I know that everybody says it's people that support your track, but there's people on the list that I don't even know who they are.
There's a lot of people on the list I didn't know who they were either. I was like, who's this guy? He's like, well, he races here every week. So does his brother. And I'm like, really? And it goes, what we did, we went by the people that had the car registered the last couple of years, and then whoever raced the most for us. And there's some guys that race for us every week at RPM that didn't get to come. There's some guys that race for me once or twice a year that didn't get to come. There's a lot of those. And that's how I got to do it, man. This is why. Because if we don't, then you have a lot of cherry picking going on. And y'all get to race for a good purse with the same guys you've been racing against for a little more money. Not to wreck any cars because there's no points. It don't mean nothing. But it just stops the cherry picking, really, and take care of the guys that support me. So that's how I come up with that.
Cool. Fair enough. Everybody, you're satisfied with that answer? All right, good.
Hey, look,
because a lot of people are.
Look, I didn't even make the list really. The girls looked at it and looked at the stats, and they can tell you what night you ran where, So that's how I did it.
So there we go.
So
and then a lot of people
who is Scotty Kelton though? That's what everybody wants to know. Who is Scotty Kelton? He's on the list and nobody's ever heard of the guy.
Text us in 469-355-0362.
Pam, she can tell you.
Text it in 469-355-0362. That's our Young Ideas text story brought to you by our good friends at Young Ideas. We'll be taking questions all night. Of course, the driver number 72, Chris Tarrant, he'll be in the middle of your screen. That's LR on your left, and then on the right, that's Mr. Morris. He's a great sponsor of Baxter Motorsports as well. We got, probably to me, one of the funnest dudes, present company excluded. Actually included, I'm not going to lie. One of the funnest dudes around the racetrack. Rick Murray coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. We call him the rock star because, he used to be a rock star. That's what he used to do, travel around playing drums and a heavy metal band. So we'll talk to him. Wally says, he raced RPM last week. Scotty Kelton raced at RPM just last week. So maybe that's,
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when you said the name, I was like, that sounds
familiar.
I should have just asked a Beatty first. They could have answered it all.
Right.
Right. I was like, you could have, you just text, Walter, and I'm sure that could have got, he's just your father-in-law. I'm sure he's only the track historian, so I'm sure he could pull up pretty much anything you need to know.
He just texted me a while ago.
He's just doing all that stuff. When the 2018 season started, Chris, what were your goals for the 2018 season in the Western Flyer?
To win the championship. That's our goal. I've never raced for points. We tried it last year, came up short, had a horrible end of the season when we switched cars, just could not get the Western Flyer figured out. But that's the goal. My goal is the championship at Devil's Bowl, try to get myself one, get Alan one, and then this will probably be my last year racing on a regular basis. We'll still race, but not every week. So this is kind of my last hurrah at going after a championship.
And then after that, you're going to buy El Chico, right?
One of these days.
One of these days.
I spent enough money there, I might as well just buy it.
Look, it's me and the Waffle House. Like, literally, I think I paid the light bill at the Waffle House in Florida.
When you run for a championship, it always seems everything goes wrong. Mm-hmm. When you're not running for a championship and you're just out racing, having fun, that's usually when you end up about halfway through the season, you're like, oh, I'm second in points here.
Yep.
So it's championship, or so if you come up short this year, will you race full time again next year to try to get it in there?
No, I've got a kid that's into go-kart racing, and I've got another son that's into baseball, and we're at the point where I can't do it every week.
How old are your kids, man?
I've got a 14-year-old daughter, 9-year-old son, and 7-year-old son.
Man,
priorities, dude.
Yeah. I'm with you. Hey, look, I'm just trying to get mine out of the house at this point. Get it moving. In just a few weeks, I'll have a sophomore and a senior, and I'll be ready another year to get off there.
Mr. Morris, he always makes a point to come and thank me for the work we do, and we talk about the track. So I appreciate that every week.
Well, I'm very sincere about that. If he doesn't get the track ready, then we don't have a place to come play, and very sincere. A lot of people take it for granted, but there's a lot goes into that, and I'm thankful for somebody doing it.
Well, a lot does go into and I asked one time how many hours goes into a week, and LR by himself puts in 60 hours, not including the guys he hires to work for him and do other stuff. That's
a lot of hours.
A lot of hours each week just to make sure the track is ready to go. When Mother Nature isn't deciding that she just wants to pour on, or for lack of a better term, piss on your hard work when the weekend gets there. You work all hard on the track all week long, and Mother Nature goes, hey, it's Saturday. It's time to pour down the rain and ruin all your hard work. Guys, get your questions in, get your comments in, 469-355-0362. Remember the rules. If you're going to try to give somebody a hard time, you better attach your name to it. Otherwise, it will not get read. We'll be back with more right here. You're listening to the Dirt Talk Nation and watching right there at DirtTalkNation.com on KFNY, True Texas Radio.
At Forney Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, we want to give you a smile with style at an affordable price. Get braces for as low as $88 a month. Join our family of racketeers today. We make it fun with exclusive events just for you. For added convenience, you can have your teeth cleaned at your ortho appointment. Give the gift of a beautiful smile for as low as $88 a month. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today.
Hey everybody, Will Riggs here for Young Ideas, your local TV expert, and I want to tell you about Dish TV. If technology, value, and customer satisfaction are important to you, then it's time to cut the cable cord once and for all. Upgrade your TV experience and start saving with Dish today. Drive by Young Ideas at 518 Houston Street in Wills Point, Texas, or call 833-4DISH-TV. That's 833-4-DISH-TV, or visit them on the web at YoungIdeasTV.com. They are Young Ideas TV, your locally owned, operated, and trusted satellite TV experts.
Your air conditioning system is the second largest investment you can make in your home, so why not choose the best? Choose American Standard Air Conditioning. Choose Forney Air. With the heat of the Texas summer right around the corner, ensure that you and your family stay cool with a brand new American Standard Air Conditioning and heating system, complete with a Wi-Fi thermostat from Forney Air. No interest for 5 years, with the first 5 months deferred with approved credit. Call Forney Air for details today at 214-924-9745. That's 214-924-9745. Or find them online at ForneyAirandHeat.com.
Since 1968, Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest has been serving racers nationwide. From race parts to tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice to all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, Woodland, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite, Texas. If you don't live close to one of our stores, you can order online 24 hours a day at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free at 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs.
Oh yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation. This segment brought to you by SL Neighbors Roofing. From residential to commercial, we can roof your world. We handle repairs, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, and gutters. We handle all kinds of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, built-up, standing seam, tapered, and sheet metal. We also offer a police and fire discount. Call us today and let us roof your world. 972-771-7578, 972-771-7578, or find us online at slneighborsroofing.com. Back here in the Dirt Talk Nation. And speaking of Steven Neighbors, man, I just shared that out. He was on the news earlier, during that crazy thing. First of all, rest in peace to Officer Santander. Killed in action yesterday by some crazy dude at Home Depot over a weird deal. But, man, I've always said Steven's a good dude. And, he had went online last night and offered $10,000 reward, but the guy got found not too long after that. So he's splitting that up and donating that to the officers' families. Man,
he's a good guy.
Good dude right there. So back in the nation, how many of the 40 invited have registered to race this weekend?
Well, here's the deal. I've had about 5 call and said they couldn't make it. And then, so I've taken people that I had call and want to be on the race for me and let them in. There's a couple that we missed, and I got them in. But other than that, like 5 or 6, that's it.
Do we have an updated list yet? Is there an updated list out there?
I seen one before I left the house. I don't know if you're supposed to do it.
So, if you're listening at the house, Pam, send us an updated message. She's probably not, though. She's probably not listening.
She's listening.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you're listening, Pam, send it to us, man. Come on.
So, Mr. Morris.
Yes, sir.
What is your duties, and what do you have to do with this car?
Well,
are you a sponsor? You own the car? You own the motor?
No, I'm just a sponsor, and I do turn wrenches.
Yeah.
And I just help out on all of them. So I help Alan out.
Yeah.
And just have a good time down there, and
cool.
Try to be have the right part when it comes in. Whenever they do something goofy and hit a white tire or something. So,
you got a few cars to work with there.
Yeah, we get to practice a lot.
Right.
So, and we try to keep it
cool.
Keep it under control, sir.
Actually, Louise just texted in and wanted to know, how did Mr. Morris get into racing?
My father went out to Crandall in the 70s, and I got hooked on it out there, and then I traveled around United States with the elevators, and then got back into Texas and come out to the track where a bunch of elevator men race at, and Alan Baxter was there, and we just hit it off and moving forward after that.
Very good. Chris is saying, why are you so stone-faced, man?
Yeah, I got some stuff for you. Chris used to ride a sprint car. Ran a sprint car for 5 years. Yeah.
4 or 5, yeah.
He started back in 2005. Do you know anything about that?
No.
No? That's why I told him that. Said that a while ago about dry slick tracks. But nowadays, the limited modifieds, you can hook them up on anything. The problem they have is unhooking their cars.
Yeah, these cars are tight. They're always tight.
James Sisko, my favorite. He's my favorite
pincushion. I love the jab at James. He says Houston does whatever it takes and is not afraid of work. I keep him pretty busy. And I'm like, true story.
True story.
That's actually a true story. I'm sure. Beating out body panels on a weekly basis.
Guys like Houston are hard to find. He's a good guy. That's why I wanted to bring him on here with me. These guys need more recognition for what they do.
And speaking of sponsors, like who all helps keep your car on the track?
We've got a lot. Houston does a lot. Alan, of course, Cheryl, they do a lot. AutoZone helps me. I've got Bilstein shocks and QA1 shocks. They both help quite a bit. Other than that, it's mostly us with blood, sweat, and tears.
That's a lot. How many hours a week do you put into getting the car ready from week to week from race to race?
I'm probably a little different than most guys. I do overkill maintenance. A lot of guys, they just wash them off and look them over and throw a wrench on it and say, yeah, it's good for next week. I don't. We spend 3/4 of a day just washing the car. I don't touch it if it's dirty. I'm a neat freak. Everything's got to be clean. I probably during the week will spend 30 hours on the car. And that's just if everything went good and it's just maintenance and going over everything.
So basically, what you're saying is your OCD. So basically, what you're saying is your OCD.
Very much.
But also the key is what happened on Saturday night. Are we doing light or do we got to thrash it and get it back together? So that dictates all four of the cars. Yes.
And if it's a good night, you spend 30 hours a week working on it. If it's a bad night, way more than that, right?
Mm-hmm. Potentially, yes.
So, is it your daughter or one of your boys that likes kart racing?
It's my youngest boy, my 7-year-old. He's into kart racing.
And where are they racing karts at in DFW these days?
We go to CAM out there past Texas Motor Speedway.
CAM, Kartway.
Been trying to talk this man into building a track up there by the back pond, but he's not interested yet.
Man, I don't want to deal with the parents.
Right, exactly.
It's not the kids.
It's not the kids. It's the problem. Yes, always the parents. We used to.
We could just come drop the kids off. That'd be okay. We could handle it.
Hey, I used to where I actually got my racing bug was I used to work at Circle L Speedway, which is a kart track that was owned by Jerry Locke. That was my father-in-law actually built that racetrack. And my wife was the kart track. She used to race karts, and that's where we would go. And actually, that's where I kind of got that experience at. But Cam, they go to Cam.
There's another one. There's another one up by Wichita Falls too. There.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice place up there. We've never been there, but we've watched a lot of videos.
And there's one down at in
There's
West.
one over in Chrome. Is that still open?
No, but I did hear they were building a new one up in that area somewhere.
There's a lot of kart tracks.
There needs to be kart tracks. I mean, these kids. How you expect to get them to racing at Devil's Bowl and RPM later on if they're not getting into it young? You can't just hey, look, you're 16 or 17 years old. Oh, I want to race here. Here's a full size car. So there's a lot of people that do it that way, and I get it. Yeah, but
they're behind the 8 ball nowadays.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, Dalton Stevens, man, that kid can drive. And I was watching him drive at Circle L Speedway when he was just like 10 years old.
There's a kid that drives in their class. He's 11 years old. And they're wanting to let him at the bolt. The kid makes good laps. He was at RPM last week. He broke the motor or something broke. I was like, dang, really? And he's a little bitty guy. I couldn't believe he's 11. Myself wanted to drive him. He come out of the 600s.
Did he do the Martin thing where they put the blocks on his shoes? Reach the gas pedal?
His seat's set way up there, yeah.
Man, that's kind of wild. Like you would have to custom everything for that.
Custom.
Everything would have to be custom for a kid that small.
Who that is?
How old was Matt Clevenger when he started out there?
He was pretty young, like 15. Yeah,
I thought he was younger
15,
than that.
14, 15, yeah.
That's wild. That is, man. That's young.
Little Al Unser Jr., 14. It was at the bowl.
Man, that's young. Like back in the day, though, like
I've known there was one boy racing for us at Oklahoma City. It was 12 years old when they put him in a sprint car.
In a sprint car?
Yeah.
I could.
Trey Robb.
Yeah, yeah, that's his name. Yep.
Wow, that's like really. All right, so now as a parent who races and has been racing a long time, would you?
Absolutely not. No.
Not just no, but hell no.
No.
That's not right.
No, I've crashed hard in these cars, and no, I'm not putting my 11 or 12. No. That's why they have carts. Keep them in carts till they can drive on the street, and then.
All right, so when your son gets to 16, he's like, Dad, I want to go race the big cars.
We're gonna go racing big cars.
All right, you gonna race with him, or you gonna be his crew chief?
I'll probably be the crew chief.
That's good.
I don't know that I can afford to keep us both going.
Are you gonna be a dadager? Like the one yelling and everything, like every time somebody bumps him, or you can get mad.
No. I look at things a little different. I mean, if you get run over from behind, you weren't going fast enough. That's how I look at it.
Fair enough. I mean, I was, because like
Joseph Casper this weekend. You see, Joe, he's going crazy.
Look, let me tell you something.
It's just a matter of time.
LR wasn't up there. LR was not up there at RPM. So for those of you who are listening, who were not
there,
at RPM,
but I wasn't upstairs.
So Joe Casper drives the number 24 sprint, or Joseph Casper drives the number 24 sprint car. His dad, Joe Casper, is he's a spotter on Friday nights, and he announces with me on Saturday nights. And when I go back, and I'm gonna share the footage out tonight when I get home, because the GoPro footage gets it. The kid in the red and black car got into the rear of him. You can see it happen on the video.
It's going to happen.
Right, it's going to happen. But when he went over, nose to tail, nose to tail, nose to tail, I'll hear Joe go, "Oh no!" And he wasn't like, "Is Joseph okay?" He's like, this car, oh no, I got to work on it," which made me laugh because he was not concerned that Joseph was okay or not. He was like, "This car, I just got this car done, man." And it was funny though. He just screams out, "Oh no!"
It's just a matter of time what happens when you crash. So
Wayne Melton says, "Put him in the seat, Chris."
No.
I don't think anything's going to change that perspective.
Nope.
It's my youngest daughter kind of wanted to race a little bit. I mean, she's 6 foot. I mean, she's full grown woman folk at 15. I mean, she's 6 foot. She does powerlifting and shot put and discus. And I was gonna buy a 600 from Vetter. My wife was like, negative. It's not happening. Because my wife, I mean, she grew up racing champ karts and everything else, and she's had plenty of wrecks and concussions and all the stuff that goes with it. And she's like, not happening. Pick something else for her to do. So I'm like, all right, well, she can throw heavy objects. We'll do that. We'll let her throw heavy objects for her. That'll be her.
I can understand that. Not wanting to race every weekend and spend it with the kids. It gets pretty old sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, the rainouts have worked out great for me the last few weeks.
And that's another thing. There's a lot of guys that they don't want to race every week.
Yeah, matter of fact, what was it, 2 weeks ago I called you asking?
Yeah. And you said,
that worked out perfect for me.
That's what he said.
Kathy says, talking about Chris being a neat freak, pretty sure we're the only ones that have a trailer that smells like Lysol and Febreze. Chris even has her Swiffer the walls in the trailer.
I sure do. We shop vac it out and we Swiffer the walls. Yeah. It's got to be clean. We're not going out there
That's
unprepared.
That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. We're going to the dirt track where there's mud.
It can be clean till it gets there, though.
Oh, that's insane. Somebody said, ask Chris about flipping. You flipped in one and bit your tongue, and you got a hole poked in your arm.
Yeah, I didn't bite my tongue, but I do have a scar on my arm where something went through my right arm in one of the crashes one time.
Ouch! Through your arm?
Whatever went in came back out.
You notice what he said? Crashes one time.
Right. Yeah, that was one of the crashes.
Right. Remember that one time you had crashed? The one time? No, it wasn't the one time. Somebody says, Chris, how many tracks have you raced at, and what classes, and what is your all-time favorite?
I just did a list not too long ago of all the tracks I've been at. It's 40-something tracks. It's a lot of tracks, and most of them were in sprint cars or midgets. Favorite track is Chili Bowl. I hadn't raced there since 01 or 02 maybe, but that's the most fun. As far as local tracks, Devil's Bowl is my favorite because of the speed. You got room to move around.
Speaking of Chili Bowl, he's asked me, that's on his bucket list. Hey, when you want to step up there and go one time, let me know and I'll drive the car for you. And I'm like, okay, I'll put that on the list.
Yeah, let me put that on my maybe.
Yeah.
You know, Wally says, ask Chris about our attempt to go race a late model in Louisiana. We had the Three Stooges as a pit crew.
Oh, yeah, we sucked. Yeah. But we had fun. We found Waffle House afterwards. Do you know they charge you for refills on milk at Waffle House?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah, I spent a fortune.
Yeah, I'm a chocolate milk guy, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I drink chocolate milk in public. I'm a grown man, and I can admit it. I love chocolate milk. As a matter of fact, I'm such a regular at our Waffle House in Forney. When they see me pull up, my chocolate milk is on the table before I sit down.
Sell it to you by the gallon, by the glass.
Dang right. Every time. Yeah, that's... But when I was...
So how long do you have that late model?
Just one season.
One season.
Yep. And it was a season too many. Shouldn't have done
was
that.
like, okay, when you got into that late model...
Drive cars.
Well, when y'all got into the late model, how many races into the season were you thinking, what the hell did I get myself into?
Probably about the fifth night in it. we did everything the chassis builder was telling us to do, and people that don't race Devil's Bowl, they just don't understand the dirt at Devil's Bowl. It's a different dirt from anywhere else that I've ever been. And I've been to a lot of racetracks, and they don't get it. Well,
guys, keep your questions coming in. 469-355-0362. That's 469-355-0362. We're going to take a break, come back more. It's Chris Tarrant, myself, LR. It's Houston Morris over there. And, of course, Will Riggs, KFNY, True Texas Radio.
Forney Embroidery is a full-service embroidery and silk screening business. We offer embroidered silk screen scrubs, golf shirts, work shirts, restaurant uniforms, reflective safety gear, caps, jackets, hoodies, and so much more for virtually any business, school, or team. Find them on Facebook or online at ForneyEmbroidery.com, or just give Crazy Dave a call at 972-636-8379 and let him create you a company logo or work on getting your existing logo applied to garments and promotional products that promote and advertise your business and services offered. That's 972-636-8379. Forney Embroidery is a proud sponsor of TrueTexasRadio.com.
It's that time of year again. As it's Friday and Saturday night, the World of Outlaws returns to where it all began, the world-famous Devil's Bowl Speedway. Back-to-back nights of heart-stopping, edge-of-your-seat excitement featuring the best drivers in the world in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series headlining both nights. You'll also see the best of the best limited modifieds in the first-ever Devil's Bowl Limited Modified Invitational. 40 cars, 40 drivers, all duking it out to see who will reign supreme on the half-mile gray clay. That's Friday and Saturday night at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 p.m. both nights. Get tickets and more information online at woosprint.com. SL Neighbors Roofing prides ourselves on quality workmanship, customer satisfaction, safety, and we never cut corners or compromise on materials. We offer residential and commercial roofing services, and we are experienced in all the latest and most common types of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, standing seam, tapered, sheet metal, and more. We do roof repair, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, gutters, and even infrared moisture detection. We also offer free estimates and 24-hour roofing estimates. SL Neighbors also offers exclusive warranties through the top manufacturers such as Gaff, Carlisle, Firestone, and many more with an exclusive 20-year labor warranty. So call us today at 972-771-7578. That's 972-771-7578. SL Neighbors Roofing. We can roof the world.
At Bush's Chicken, there's one goal each day: be the best. Our use of fresh chicken, secret marination mixes, healthy ingredients, and special cooking techniques are unmatched in the industry. At Bush's Chicken, you get a pleasant dine-in experience, the industry's fastest drive-through, and complete catering services. From its beginning, Bush's Chicken has served and will continue to serve the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melina Cosby. Do you miss eating foods you love? Are your dentures loose? Tired of yucky paste and glue? At Forney Family Dentistry, we offer implant retained dentures for a confident smile that fits your lifestyle. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today. At Forney Family Dentistry, we make your whole family smile.
Oh, yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation, this segment brought to you by Devil's Bowl Speedway in the World of Outlaws. Join us Friday and Saturday night for the World of Outlaws and the Limited Modified Invitational. That's right, 2 nights of dirt track racing at the Devil's Bowl. The top sprint car drivers in the world will be on hand to where it all began. That's right, Devil's Bowl Speedway. Then the 40 of the top limited modified drivers hit the track to duke it out for Devil's Bowl supremacy. Who's going to come out on top? The only way to find out is to be there. Get more information online, devilsbowl.com. Get your tickets only at woosprint.com. We'll see you guys at the races on Friday night. Now, we talked about it right before you came in, Allard. This is the biggest night of the year at Devil's Bowl as far as crowd wise. This is the biggest night of the year. Your dad, Lanny Sr., this is something that he started back at the bowl a long time ago, and so every year that this comes back, it's kind of like it's cool. My dad started that. Is that kind of a deal?
I'll tell you, we still started those Winter Nationals, actually, and he'd had Winter Nationals for 6-8 years, probably. And there's a bunch of guys. Earl Bottas, he owned another track, Eldora. And I can't remember the guy in the ditch in Memphis. Anyways, they decided to put a race together, and one of them would be during the Winter Nationals. The World of Outlaws would come in, and he'd get a bunch of other racers from all around the country. Daddy knew a bunch of sprint car racers, and that's how it started.
Now, is it one of those things, though, that when it comes back, you're like, man, this is such a huge deal. Man, it's so cool that my dad started that.
Well, no, what my dad is my dad and Ted Johnson, actually. Ted Johnson, he wasn't doing real well, and he lived in Wichita Falls. And my dad and Earl Bottas, they need a show coming in every so often with big-name drivers that would pull a crowd. And so they come around, and the first show was at the bowl, and the second show was at Eldora. There's 126 cars there at Eldora.
That's a lot of cars,
in the middle of a cornfield. I'll never forget it. Yeah.
Wow.
I was working on Perry's car, Steve Perry's car.
Mark Ross says, I'm watching live from the parking lot. Important question for Chris in Houston.
From the parking lot.
Where's dinner? I guess Mark wants to know where y'all going to eat afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know, you got to ask.
Madres, I think it's called.
Madres Cocina, yeah.
Billy Garza's.
Yeah, Billy Garza's joint. Yeah. Charles had a good run the other night.
Oh, he did?
Limited modified. Yeah, he held off. He ran third in his heat. I mean, he wasn't going to catch the other guys, but I mean, he was holding everybody up.
They got a little better motor in there this year, I think.
Yeah, he did good. Actually, I think that was probably the best race of the night was the limited feature. A lot of good racing. Minimal. I think there was only 3 cautions the entire race, but man, Stephen Aber started 17th and finished second. Man,
if they'd had a yellow, I thought he had something for him.
Yeah, I thought they ran the last 9 laps.
His push went away, and the car come to him, and just opposite of Tommy Davis, his car went away and started to push. That car, Robert Clark's car, is hot right too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good racing Friday night, but of course, the people out there was like, "Yay, we finally got to race at our." Ah, crap! Now we have to wait 2 weeks to get back to racing at RPM.
We had some pretty good races over there. Right.
Yeah, it was good racing. Good, lots of caution. Had a couple of them on their lid, man. A couple had the Texas Wing Modified had a couple ended on their lid. Yeah. I think one in the A class. We call them. Was it me and Dink call them the wing dingers?
Yeah. Yeah, but he rolled it over and took off. Started it back up.
Yeah, took it off, right back off. I was like, all right, we're good. We're good here. Let's keep it moving. And then, of course, Joseph's
little flip.
Man, that was. I'm gonna share the footage.
But really, we had 118 cars, 115 cars, somewhat like that over there. And we had 4, 5 major crashes.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No,
that's not bad for a night. Yeah.
For a little bull ring.
I think the only I think we were finished with the B feature for the limiteds. Finished at 10:05.
It ran a little bit late, but
right. We started a little late. But man, getting all the heat races and the B feature in by 10 o'clock, not bad at all.
Manually scoring them, no,
not bad at all. And then we when we hit it up for the features, man, that's when all hell broke loose. caution
It
galore.
it just takes a while.
It was crazy that night. So don't
You don't
worry.
You don't run RPM very much, do you?
I haven't ran the limited there. Well, I think I went one time last year to make some laps in the new car.
Yep.
But I ran the sprint car there, I think, once also. So I think I've only ran there twice.
I have a serious question. Does Terrence get nervous when he sees such a sexy driver like Steve Neighbors next to him on the track?
No, I don't get nervous. Steve's out of my league.
I love that guy.
I don't even attempt it.
I always call it. It's funny because I call him Hollywood.
Who sent that?
Steve Neighbors.
I figured.
No, it's funny because me and Kevin Rowland were at RPM last season, and me and Kevin Rowland were standing by his car talking, and we look up, and Steven had walked out of the trailer. Fire suit was all done up, had his arms crossed, looking lovingly into the distance as the sun set on him. I was like, look at this guy right here, man. It's Hollywood right there. Look like he's about to go film freaking Days of Thunder 2 or something, you know. He's out here. So ever since then, I've called him Hollywood, man. But he's a great dude.
That's
I really
fitting
love
for
Steve.
him. Fitting for him.
Yeah, he's a good dude though.
Coming a pretty good racer.
Yeah,
Man, he was getting after me the other night. He was like, "Hey, I'm telling you, LR." He texted me. I was broadcasting from the Bluebird Festival in Wills Point, and he's texting me, "Hey, put my race up from last night." I'm like, "Look, man, I know you moved up 15 spots, bro, but I'm broadcasting. It'll probably be Monday because Sunday was my dad's birthday." And so Monday came, and he's like, "It's Monday." And I'm working on it, man.
He put on quite the drive, yeah.
Yeah, he did, bro. The whole everybody really was a lot of good driving, man. I love watching the A-Class 600, man. Of course, Colby Stubblefield, man, he gets after it. Brady Ross does a great job out there on the track, too. I mean, that whole class was just getting after it. I mean, there was pass after pass after pass.
A lot of youngsters, too.
Yeah. And then the modified, I mean, Wendell Bolden, there was no way I thought he was winning that race after about the second lap. He fell back to fifth. And, man, he caught fire about the fourth lap, and he shot by everybody and was gone. But Jason Sarton had a good run in that feature too.
He had who else in there? But he had some people chasing him right on his heels.
Oh man, Clyde Dunn Jr. was on his. He was on his ass end. Yeah. I don't know. He was on his bumper.
And then Troy was right behind him. I think
it was. Yeah, Troy was actually in fifth because Jason Sarton. He came screaming up too, and he had a real good run in the modifieds. Now, Chris, you're a limited modified. Like, how long have you been running just the limited modified?
This is my third year, I think, driving for Alan.
Yes.
I drove Wally's car a couple of times several years back, but until I started driving for Alan, that's the only time I've ever driven a limited.
Now, since you race in the same class as Wally, your brother-in-law, do you guys have like a rivalry or anything that goes along with that?
No, my rivalry is just the guys that are winning right now, and that
shots fired.
They don't even pit together.
What I mean by that is like Kevin Rowland. I mean, right now we roll through the gate, he's the one to beat. So that's who I'm going after.
I actually night one, and as a matter of fact, I want to say it was one of the last nights we actually got to. That was the last night we raced. Was the 31st, night one. Roland wasn't even going to race that night. He said I was mowing my yard at 4:30, and Steven called him and was like, "Hey man, come drive my other car." Okay, and then he wins the stinking feature, and everybody's like, "Come on, man."
No, he can drive a race car.
Yeah, he can get after it. But man, all those guys, of course, Brian Bolden's always up in the front. Rick Murray's up when his car's in a good spot. I mean, he had a good run the other night in Limited too. He finished third.
Yes, he did.
And we'll have him up here in a little bit. We'll talk to him about that. I love their passion though. I love all you guys' passion. Like when you put that helmet on, and you get on the track. You guys are passionate about what you're doing. You're passionate about moving to the front. What's the maddest you've ever been during or after a race?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean,
come on, man.
That's an open-ended question there.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
You put the helmet on, and everything pisses you off. You know. I don't really know, to be honest with you. There's just been several times.
Well, let me ask this question. This is a more pointed question. Is there somebody that when they get on the track, you just know that if they're next to you, you don't like that?
There's a few that I get nervous when they're next to me because they can't drive a straight line.
Not Sexy Steve Neighbors, though. That's gonna be his new
Let me tell you, when all those guys the other night, Friday night, got out of their car, they were all laughing and joking with each other. They honestly had a good time racing, and it's pretty nice to see, really.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody was having a good time.
To answer your question, there's nobody when I see them next to me on the track that I'm zoned in going after them. I'm after the guy that's on top of the game and winning. And right now it's Roland, or leading. I mean, if Roland's not there, obviously that's the leaders who I'm going after. But there's nobody specific that I show up every week to try to outrun.
All right, y'all, get your questions in. We got about 15 more minutes, and then we'll have the rock star himself. That's right. Rick Murray will be joining us here in just a little bit. And he's always fun, man. He's always got plenty of stories to talk about, and we'll do that here in just a little bit. But get your questions in for my man, Chris Tarrant, or Houston, or LR, or myself, 469-355-0362. We'll be back right after this. You are listening to The Nation on KFNY, True Texas Radio.
At Bush's Chicken, we understand how stressful life can be at times. There's work, getting kids to and from school, ball games, and other extracurricular activities. That's why we make ordering at Bush's Chicken quick and easy with the fastest drive-thru service you will ever experience. You can leave the cooking to us, save time, and still feed your family a solid meal. On your way home, stop by today and get the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
At Forney Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, we want to give you a smile with style at an affordable price. Get braces for as low as $88 a month. Join our family of racketeers today. We make it fun with exclusive events just for you. For added convenience, you can have your teeth cleaned at your ortho appointment. Give the gift of a beautiful smile for as low as $88 a month. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today.
Hey everybody, Will Riggs here for Young Ideas, your local TV expert, and I want to tell you about Dish TV. If technology, value, and customer satisfaction are important to you, then it's time to cut the cable cord once and for all. Upgrade your TV experience and start saving with Dish today. Drop by Young Ideas at 518 Houston Street in Wills Point, Texas, or call 833-4DISH-TV. That's 833-4 Dish TV, or visit them on the web at youngideastv.com. They are Young Ideas TV, your locally owned, operated, and trusted satellite TV experts.
Since 1968, Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest has been serving racers nationwide. From race parts to tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice to all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, The Woodlands, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite, Texas. If you don't live close to one of our stores, you can order online 24 hours a day at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free at 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs.
Your air conditioning system is the second largest investment you can make in your home, so why not choose the best? Choose American Standard Air Conditioning. Choose Forney Air. With the heat of the Texas summer right around the corner, ensure that you and your family stay cool with a brand new American Standard Air Conditioning and heating system, complete with a Wi-Fi thermostat from Forney Air. No interest for 5 years with the first 5 months deferred with approved credit. Call Forney Air for details today at 214-924-9745. That's 214-924-9745, or find them online at ForneyAirandHeat.com.
Oh, yeah, back here in the nation. Following segment brought to you by Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest since 1968. Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest have been serving the Dallas-Fort Worth racing community. For race parts and tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice at all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, The Woodlands, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite. Hey, if you don't live close to Mesquite or one of our other stores, no problem. Order 24 hours a day online at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free at 866-959-7223. That's 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs. All right, back here, it's Houston Morris. That's Chris Tarrant in the middle, and I've got a text in here that says, would you ever like to own your own team, and if so, what class of cars?
For me or for Houston?
For you.
But trying to get Houston to to do something. Sprint car, midget, something.
Houston's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're pacing ourselves on that.
No, I'm good.
I'm sure one day I'll own something for my kids, but right now, no. If it wasn't for the opportunity I have right now, I wouldn't be racing.
So, before we get out here, and we already went through your sponsors. What is so your goal for this year is win the championship, and you already stated it's championship or bust. Either way, this is your last full time driving situation. So it's the last full time year of racing, and you're dedicated to one full year of kicking butt and taking names.
That's the goal.
And then after that, it's just gonna be a part-time deal.
Yeah, if
He says
you know,
that now.
well, it will be. I've quit and come back several times. There's always something to keep me busy. But,
Well, you got three
yes.
kids under the age of 13, man. That's plenty of something to keep
Keep you busy.
for real.
Yeah.
So, your oldest boy plays baseball. Youngest boy races. What does your daughter do?
She's in volleyball.
Volleyball.
And she wants to get back into softball. So
Softball is good stuff,
that's
especially in
gonna-
these parts. You guys live in Rockwall or Heath?
Rockwall.
All right. Well, Heath.
She'll go to Rockwall.
Heath is technically. Oh, she'll go to
Yeah,
Heath.
she'll
They
go
got
to Heath.
They
We're
got a good
close to the
softball
Heath
program over there too.
Yeah.
Actually, this whole area for softball is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good.
Yep.
I think it's because there's so many little leagues for softball these days, and it's insane to think that 25 years ago isn't really a long time ago. I mean, it's 1993. I was just I'd been out of high school for a year. We didn't have softball at school. We didn't have softball teams in our school back then, and now
We did. We did.
Right. Fast pitch
There was
softball?
no,
Fast pitch softball or
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that. I mean, I grew up. Of course, softball originally, like when they started getting big, like in the mid '80s, late '90s, was more of a Midwest thing. And it's Texas.
It's big now.
It's huge. It is a huge situation. I mean, there's somebody had posted online the other day of how many different colleges at every level recruit for softball, and because it's a big thing for their school. I'm talking from JUCO all the way up to Division I. There's 300 teams that give college scholarships for softball. I mean, it's a great sport to watch. I love calling softball on the station as well, but always a fun time. So, is she gonna start playing softball again in the fall?
Yeah, I think she's got tryouts coming up, not too terribly long. She'll
Are
be
you,
going to Heath next fall?
Are you okay? So she's gonna try for the high school team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you interested in her doing the travel ball thing during the non-school season?
Whatever she wants to do, as long as she keeps her grades up, she can do whatever she wants to do.
My daughter wanted to do that one time, and I was like, "All right, cool, let's go try out for that." And then I found out it's like,
it's a massive schedule.
it was $500 a month plus travel plus tournament fees plus this, that, and the other. And I was like, no, not gonna do all that. I can't afford that. That's more than I'm making a year. Can't do all that. It's crazy.
So does Gary build all of Baxter's motors?
Yes, sir.
In the limited modified, yes, sir.
So who builds the factory?
Well, he
He
builds
builds the factory too. I'm talking about
okay.
the modified.
He's got one Gary motor for the modified.
Yeah, we do.
Shoot, Gary don't. And Gary had 3 or 4 more customers like Mr. Baxter. He's good.
Tracy wants to know. I don't know if this is a typo. What's your left year stagger and final drive?
Left rear stagger.
Probably left rear. Yeah.
Who wants to know this?
Tracy.
You can't add them.
Tracy's going to have to come over to the shop and find out.
Well, there you go,
Probably
Tracy.
can't get much because those tires are like heads up, and don't they give you an inch?
The most we've gotten is about 2.5, 3 inches.
But the tires,
That's
when
what
you
she
get
said.
them,
Yeah, no,
you may
you have
find an inch of variable.
Yeah, you gotta blow the right rears up on them to get any stagger.
Or search through the pile for hours.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. So, as we get ready to let you guys go, is there anybody else you want to thank before we get out of here? Any other questions about this week?
Transponders.
Yep, it's working.
It is working.
Yeah.
So we will be using it.
Yep.
So you're okay, because I told him, I said, look, man, I don't know, every time he's thought about doing it, it's going to be freaking raining. He's like, I do not want to dig up the track.
So we dug it up and dug the ends of it up, and it was full of water. So we sealed it back up real good, and we're hoping it don't have any water in it when it just didn't rain very much. So it shouldn't.
Right.
But there's water down there where it is.
How long has it been buried down there?
Well, no, this is a new one.
The new one?
That's that dip in the front straightaway you feel.
Okay. The
We had
traveling
one.
series?
We had one. We had one for a long time, but it stopped picking up, went bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
So transponders, yes. So you guys can, set your mind at ease. Transponders will be in play, along with, manual
We're
scoring.
going to test them
works.
tomorrow.
Oh, see?
So
there we go. We're going to have it all tested and ready to go for the limited modifieds. And so if anybody who's said they're going to come can't come, they need to, make sure that the office knows that so that we can continue to fill out the class.
Or just email me or get a hold of me.
Yeah. You should have LR's number. I promise you should. So, y'all want it? Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. I'll give it out on the air. LR's
no. I really shouldn't.
Does Mrs. Tarrant want to partake in a powder puff race, or has she ever raced before?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
no.
Were you answering for her?
No.
Is that you or her?
That is the answer. No.
Does do you know when y'all go places? Does she drive y'all anywhere? Or no?
No.
He said no.
The last time she drove, I made her pull over, and we switched spots. I couldn't do it.
You don't know how she survives on a daily basis?
I do not. I do not.
Every day that he actually goes to bed and she's safe next to him is a blessing to him. He's like, I don't know how this happened again today, but I'm glad for it. So is that to say,
so how do you drive on the road? Are you a speedy driver? Because most drivers, like my boy, he gets on the road and he's like a grandpa.
No, I'm always in a hurry. Everywhere I go, I'm in a hurry. I'm 80 miles an hour. Get there, get done, get on to my next chore.
Right.
I've always wanted to know that about Martin, if he drives slow on the road all the time or just when he's driving that awesome Lincoln of his.
No, he pretty much.
But that's what I heard. It's all the time. That he's
especially if he's late for a race and then they're 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour down the highway.
Just so you know, your wife texted in and she said, yes, I want to powder puff race.
The answer is no. I'm not rebuilding somebody's car. No.
Wayne Melton says, tell Tracy to call me. I know the chassis percentages.
No, that's changed, Wayne. Sorry, you don't know.
Look, everybody's trying to give everybody's information out. Y'all, I want to say thank you to Houston Morris as well as to Chris Tarrant for coming on and being here with us this hour. Got to let them out of here so they can go eat at Madre's before Madre's closes. They close at 9 o'clock, so you'll be good. You got plenty of time. Don't worry.
Really? He closed at 9?
Yeah, they close at 9 during the week, just so you know. It's 10 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. So just... that way you have plenty of time to eat and make sure that you get all the chips and salsa you want, okay?
Thank you.
Before you drive your family home and not your wife.
It's a pretty good place to eat.
Get her some margaritas.
Thank both
You're
of y'all,
welcome.
man.
I appreciate you guys
Thank
coming
you,
on.
sir.
We'll take a break. We come back. It's Hollywood himself, Rick Murray, will be live in studio with us. You're in the nation on KFNY, True Texas Radio.
At Bush's Chicken, there's one goal each day: be the best. Our use of fresh chicken, secret marination mixes, healthy ingredients, and special cooking techniques are unmatched in the industry. At Bush's Chicken, you get a pleasant dine-in experience, the industry's fastest drive-through, and complete catering services. From its beginning, Bush's Chicken has served and will continue to serve the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
It's that time of year again. As it's Friday and Saturday night, the World of Outlaws returns to where it all began, the world-famous Devil's Bowl Speedway. Back-to-back nights of heart-stopping, edge-of-your-seat excitement featuring the best drivers in the world in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series headlining both nights. You'll also see the best of the best limited modifieds in the first-ever Devil's Bowl Limited Modified Invitational. 40 cars, 40 drivers, all duking it out to see who will reign supreme on the half-mile gray clay. That's Friday and Saturday night at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 p.m. both nights. Get tickets and more information online at WooSprint.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melina Cosby. Do you miss eating foods you love? Are your dentures loose? Tired of yucky paste and glue? At Forney Family Dentistry, we offer implant retained dentures for a confident smile that fits your lifestyle. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today. At Forney Family Dentistry, we make your whole family smile.
SL Neighbors Roofing prides ourselves on quality workmanship, customer satisfaction, safety, and we never cut corners or compromise on materials. We offer residential and commercial roofing services, and we are experienced in all the latest and most common types of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, standing seam, tapered, sheet metal, and more. We do roof repair, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, gutters, and even infrared moisture detection. We also offer free estimates and 24-hour roofing estimates. SL Neighbors also offers exclusive warranties through the top manufacturers such as Gaff, Carlisle, Firestone, and many more with an exclusive 20-year labor warranty. So call us today at 972-771-7578. That's 972-771-7578. SL Neighbors Roofing. We can roof the world.
Forney Embroidery is a full-service embroidery and silk screening business. We offer embroidered silk screen scrubs, golf shirts, work shirts, restaurant uniforms, reflective safety gear, caps, jackets, hoodies, and so much more for virtually any business, school, or team. Find them on Facebook or online at forneyembroidery.com, or just give Crazy Dave a call at 972-636-8379 and let him create you a company logo or work on getting your existing logo applied to garments and promotional products that promote and advertise your business and services offered. That's 972-636-8379. Forney Embroidery is a proud sponsor of TrueTexasRadio.com.
Oh yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation, this segment brought to you by SL Neighbors Roofing, from residential to commercial. Hey, we can roof your world. We handle repairs, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, and gutters. We handle all kinds of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, built-up, standing seam, tapered, and sheet metal. We also offer a police and fire discount. Call us today and let us roof your world. 972-771-7578. That's 972-771-7578, or find us online at slneighborsroofing.com. There we go. Now we got the rock star. That's Rick Murray, straight out of Roy City.
Straight out of Rowlett, baby.
Oh, Rowlett, Roy City, whatever. It's all the same.
Rowlett.
It's all out there, right?
It's all in the same vicinity.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here. Almost as glad to be here as like at the racetrack. I'm not quite as excited, but
Right.
I'm glad I'm here.
Man, look, last year
Stu
when we...
calls me at 2 o'clock like, man, can I bring my cars out? No, I just want to come out.
Well, one of the...
Is it going to rain?
Is it going to rain? We just went to race this weekend. And actually, it was really Tracy Adams. Hold on, I got to pull it back up on fire. I guess I knocked it off the screen when I was mousing over my stuff there. Tracy wants to know, and I think the answer is no, but he wants to know, do you have rain-out insurance on the track?
No, but I know a lot of promoters that do.
Right. And so, look, and I knew that was the answer ahead of time. I knew that was going to be the answer for that situation.
No, but they actually, there's a company that write that.
Why don't we just concrete the infield? You concrete the infield. No?
We, I have to say, it's like, hey, you volunteered. Is that going to be a Rick Murray electrical?
No. I'll do the electrical for free.
The Rick Murray electrical pit area.
Yeah, I've seen circle tracks that had a concrete pit area.
Right.
And then the curb is something else to maintain. On the inside.
Yeah, it's plus it's so down there though. You can't. It's in such a bottom where it's at. Put concrete on top of that would be a nightmare within 2 years anyway.
Enough of all that. Let's talk about my driving skills on Friday night.
Man, let's say you look. You mean how you let Steve Neighbors pass you from 17?
Give him miss.
Does that mean how you guys?
Hey, I did the best I could. He hit me hard. He dented my back quarter panel.
Who did?
Steve. He just barely got me. I pushed up a little bit and he got me. I did a good job. I usually don't do a good job, but I did pretty good.
And we just talked about that, man. That race. That's one of the actually only two feature races that I got both of the GoPros got the whole races, because we ended up with so many cautions that my GoPros just died in the end.
But at the end of that race, giving Steven some credit, he was probably the fastest.
Yeah, he was fast. He would have won with the caution.
Car on the track. Yeah.
He'd have won with the caution.
His car was getting better and better and better.
Walter's wife wants to know, what kind of products do you use in your hair?
So I just go with a little Pantene And then, you know, I put some kind of special conditioner my wife has on the floor. I don't diet yet, though. 51, I don't diet yet.
You know, look,
That look great.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, you got the long, full head of hair, and it's
not balding.
You got to keep the rock star.
I got to do something. I got to compensate for the driving skills that suck most of the time. So, you know, your little hair, play drums, talk about something else. You know,
right? So that that gets look. It's sleight of hand, right? Exactly. Sleight of hand, and you know, smoke.
Look, I'm in the wall. I got long hair.
I got long hair. Look at me, I'm a rock star. We actually put the GoPro on your car. At the bowl. Very first, the bowl, at the very first.
Yeah,
last time we raced. But it made for good footage because you were in the middle of the pack. So
good for you guys.
It made great footage that we used in the thing.
I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got the footage out of it.
Awesome, good racing footage. But
I'm glad it was good for you.
It was awesome for me because it gave me something really cool to go on and syncing it all up. That's I think that's the hardest part. People are like, man, why does it take so long to get these videos out? I said, well, I could put heats up all day long because this is a single camera deal, but on features, you know,
you got to edit all that stuff together.
Four different cameras, and it's not even really the editing that takes so long as it's syncing all the video footage up from camera to camera where you're on the same spot at the same time. So it gets to be time consuming after a while, especially if there's like 9 cautions in a race, because my cameraman will stop filming during cautions, but my GoPros keep going.
Right.
And so
all that wasted film.
Yeah,
well, there's some long. Yeah, I bet it runs out sometimes there.
Sometimes. Steve says he can roof the world. Why don't he start with the Devil's Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Put a roof over it.
A roof over it. I like that.
Hey, like a freestanding roof, like that.
It's like a big carport.
Let's get back to your car. What chassis do you have?
I have a Wicked chassis right now. I have a Claunch chassis, and I have a Smiley's chassis. The one that I had on Friday night was my Wicked chassis with my Darrell Candidate motor in it.
He made a point to mention that.
Well, yeah, because that's one of the things we do is we always say, hey, look, you know, it's expensive to keep the car on the track week in and week out, so we always give you guys the opportunity to say, hey, these are all the guys who help keep us on the track every week, and yours are.
He doesn't know the whole.
No, but he wants to know your sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, my sponsors are me, mostly. I mean, Rick Murray Electric sponsors a lot of it.
I know that guy.
Tom Lorenz, Steve Neighbors, Brian Bolden works on my car. I mean, I couldn't race without him. You know, he works on my car nonstop.
So look, Friday night we're down there, and they go, what do you want to do to the cars? Well, Brian goes mouthing off, tear them down. So JW's like, well, tear them down. No, I'm just joking. JW's like, I'm not joking. Tear them down. Steve Neighbors and Murray go into panic mode. They're like, what the hell we do? What do we do? They don't even. We need tools. What do we do?
We didn't even need tools because we don't know what to do with them when we get them.
So the 972 says, I want to know how long has Rick been dating Brian Bolden?
972 is that? Brian's just my buddy. I mean, Brian's my friend. You know, I mean, he helps me out all the time on everything. If he gets something new, some shocks or puts an adjustment on his car, he always does the same thing to my car and helps me out. Even though, they might not be he drives way harder and way different than I do.
2 different driving styles.
But he still tries to help me. I mean, he might not make if he's going to tighten it up, he might not tighten it up as much as his car, or might tighten it up a little more than his car. He's just my buddy.
Yeah,
Neighbors is my buddy.
When he went to the white B1 with the white B1 on the white car, I was like, man, I'm so glad that I know that that's Brian's car, because you cannot read the damn number on his car to save your life. Yours, white car, big blue 8. There's Rick Murray right there.
Any other color than a blue 8 on Rick Murray's car, they'd get totaled. I've totaled like 4 of them with other colors.
Brian's one of them guys that likes to keep his motor wound up and momentum going, where he likes to run the bottom or in the groove.
Steven said he was just going to leave that car in the infield. If they had to tear it down, he
was. He said, took out the radio and said, "That's all I know, boys."
That's it. Mark Ross says, "Do you have fuel for your factory stock this weekend?"
Yeah, I'm not racing it this weekend, but yes, I have some now. I did run out of gas. So you know the worst part about that? Are we PG here on the show?
You could do whatever.
So I pulled off the track, and I was doing well. I was in second, and I thought
that car handle.
It was good. I mean, I thought I'd never drove it before. It was the first time. I thought, man, I'm doing all right. It's pretty good. So it's under caution, and you know how the lawnmower runs out and it starts making that noise. So I look and I thought, man, the fuel pressure's down to 3, and I just put a new fuel pump on it. So I thought it broke. No, it wasn't. And the worst part was I pulled off, and I said, I pulled off the track. I said to myself, I got to tell these MFers I ran out of gas. Now, that was the worst part, is I had to go tell. What happened?
Tell everyone.
Nothing. What happened? Ran out of gas. I forgot to put gas in it. It happens, I guess. I think.
I told us, I busted out laughing.
I laughed, too, after a minute. What do you do? I mean, I didn't put gas in it.
It's one of those things you just got to own that situation.
So running 2 cars is a little bit.
It's hard. I had to come back at 10 o'clock in the morning to get my other car.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
You're like, oh, what a dumbass. You're like, I'm a dumbass. I didn't put gas in the car.
But that's so.
They reiterated that to me that I was a dumbass too.
That's Bobby Morris's old car.
Yeah.
And that car handles.
It's great.
Yeah, that car handles good.
It's great. It's fast. I think they're a lot easier to drive than our limiteds.
Really?
I mean, you got a big old giant tire and half the horsepower. You know, so I mean, it's still fun. People say they're going slow. When you're out there, when you're out there in a pack, you don't know they're going any slower. I mean, you're still racing,
right?
You know, with 20 guys and they're right next to you.
But they're not slow.
No, I mean, 80, 90, 100. I mean, there's no difference. I mean, I know there is, but what I'm saying is when you're out there doing it, you don't know the difference. You don't know it.
Steven said, I just looked at Rick and said nachos.
Stop.
So you ran over an RPM and you ran pretty good, but you're not a short tracker.
No, but that was only the second time I've ever been at RPM. That was fun. Right. I'm going to race it every weekend. I'm throwing the points now. I got to keep it up.
I mentioned I was talking about
points.
No, but I think
you look up into your second points like, I got to keep this going.
Well, I mean, but like driving at RPM or we go to Greenville. They're hard to drive. I mean, you don't stop.
Oh, you're busy. Yeah,
the whole time. And it's fun, you know. I had a good time. You know, when you go to these tracks and you don't do well, it's not. You don't look forward to going back to them. When you go and you do well, and Devil's Bowl too. I mean, I've been discouraged more times than I haven't been. But when you go and you do well, it makes you want to go back. It builds your confidence up, and it just he don't
know nothing about Sunday mornings we spent out there. At the bowl.
Oh, yeah. Practicing on a dry state track. Lanny, can I come
Wiping out bumpers. Hold on, man. Let me put some tires in for you.
I went out there.
Wiping out bumpers, dude.
Went out there one morning. It was after a sprint car race, and it was so slick. So I was trying to practice. I asked Lanny, can I come out? And yeah, come on out. The guys are in the infield picking up tractors. Nobody out there, and I hit that tire.
Not once, but twice.
Mark Ross, he says, why are you not racing the factory this weekend? Because there's no factory stocks being raced
this weekend.
at the bowl. He's racing both nights in limited modified. Somebody says, do you run the same car at both tracks, or do you have a different car for each track?
Good question. I have 2 different cars. I have the other ones are brand new cars, both of them. But the Wicked, we've been running the same one. Make a long story short, but I'm going to make that Wicked my short track car, and I'm going to make the Smileys or probably the Claunch my
Devil's Bowl
car. The Smiley's car is going to be mine.
Well, so look, here's what he just said. He said, look, I finished 3rd in that car at RPM last week, so I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to leave it at the track, and that's what I'm going to race.
Yeah.
So, you're married. Does your wife, because I've never met your wife.
Hates it.
She just hates it, because especially now when you're talking about, I'm going to race for points on Friday night and Saturday. What? So now you're saying every Friday and Saturday night.
She been to Chili Bowl one time.
Yeah, Chili Bowl. Went there with me to Chili Bowl. She came to the track the first time. I think
one night.
My car caught on fire.
Chili Bowl one night, wasn't it?
No, we came every night. We just didn't come up into the suites one night.
I thought we walked around. Just there one night.
No, we had a good time. She's just not into she's into keeping no dirt in her hair, stuff.
And she's in, when you come home, she just makes sure that your hair is.
How did you do? You stink. Take a shower. You smell like fuel and dirt. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, don't get in this bed smelling like that.
That's it. And she's not into it.
And make sure you condition your hair.
That's it. I do. I have that high pro glow when I go to bed.
I know a lot of guys that are like that. You can ask their old lady about, or their wife or whatever, about their racing. They're like, I don't have a clue. Ask him.
She always tells me good luck. She always asks me how I did, and if I do shitty, I text her I did shitty. That's mostly the text.
Right.
I try to make it good.
But how many times she been to the racetrack, Ashley? 4 or 5?
Devil's
6?
Bowl, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5 times.
Guys, get your questions in. It is Rick Murray in studio with us for the final hour of the Dirt Talk Nation tonight. 469-355-0362. We'll take a break when we come back. We've got more of your questions and more of the rock star himself, straight out of Rowlett. That's Rick Murray.
Hell yeah.
On the Nation, KFNY, True Texas Radio.
Bush's Chicken has a long tradition of being voted the best chicken in communities where we're located. People love our specials like Tender Tuesday and Happy Hour every day from 2 to 5 p.m. And Bush's believes in giving back to our communities. Most weeks throughout the year, Bush's Chicken is donating meals and our famous iced tea in support of area schools and churches. Stop by today and get the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melina Cosby. Do you miss eating foods you love? Are your dentures loose? Tired of yucky paste and glue? At Forney Family Dentistry, we offer implant retained dentures for a confident smile that fits your lifestyle. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today. At Forney Family Dentistry, we make your whole family smile.
Forney Embroidery is a full-service embroidery and silk screening business. We offer embroidered silk screen scrubs, golf shirts, work shirts, restaurant uniforms, reflective safety gear, caps, jackets, hoodies, and so much more for virtually any business, school, or team. Find them on Facebook or online at ForneyEmbroidery.com or just give Crazy Dave a call at 972-636-8379 and let him create you a company logo or work on getting your existing logo applied to garments and promotional products that promote and advertise your business and services offered. That's 972-636-8379. Forney Embroidery is a proud sponsor of TrueTexasRadio.com.
SL Neighbors Roofing prides ourselves on quality workmanship, customer satisfaction, safety, and we never cut corners or compromise on materials. We offer residential and commercial roofing services, and we are experienced in all the latest and most common types of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, standing seam, tapered, sheet metal, and more. We do roof repair, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, gutters, and even infrared moisture detection. We also offer free estimates and 24-hour roofing estimates. SL Neighbors also offers exclusive warranties through the top manufacturers such as GAF, Carlisle, Firestone, and many more with an exclusive 20-year labor warranty. So call us today at 972-771-7578. That's 972-771-7578. SL Neighbors Roofing. We can roof the world. It's that time of year again. As it's Friday and Saturday night, the World of Outlaws returns to where it all began, the world-famous Devil's Bowl Speedway. Back-to-back nights of heart-stopping, edge-of-your-seat excitement featuring the best drivers in the world in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series headlining both nights. You'll also see the best of the best limited modifieds in the first-ever Devil's Bowl Limited Modified Invitational. 40 cars, 40 drivers, all duking it out to see who will reign supreme on the half-mile gray clay. That's Friday and Saturday night at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 p.m. both nights. Get tickets and more information online at woosprint.com.
Oh yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation, this segment brought to you by Devil's Bowl Speedway in the World of Outlaws. Join us Friday and Saturday night for the World of Outlaws and Limited Modified Invitational. That's right, the top sprint car drivers from around the world will be on hand where it all began with the World of Outlaws sprint cars. Then 40 of the top limited modified drivers hit the track to duke it out for Devil's Bowl supremacy. Who will reign supreme on the gray clay? You'll got to find out by being there Friday and Saturday night. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online at woosprint.com. The only way to see the best show on dirt is to be there. Now back here with Rick Murray and LR. Now, Rick, you know, you were the first guest ever on the show.
I was. I remember
Last year was the first show ever, and
people were pissed that I was the first
That
guest.
was back in the studio.
That was Studio A, which is actually going to be turned back into a closet because, as you guys know, it's very small in there. And once you get to, and then my wife was like, "Well, why do you want to do that?" And I said, "Because once you get more than one person in there, it gets really awkward to look down at each other and talk." So we're going to actually turn what's our lobby, air quotes, for those of you watching, you can actually see me doing the air quotes, our lobby into the actual radio studio, which will make it a little easier for that, because I had to take all my... this is usually where I shoot video with green screen and stuff, but it got really awkward looking on this show with the green screen up all the time, so I had to take it down so it didn't look as wild and weird. But man, you're ready to go this Friday night and Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You just got. You know the best part is, since you're racing both nights, you just leave your truck there, leave your trailer there all weekend.
No, you got to work on it. You got to fix it. Hey, maybe I won't have to fix it, but I usually have to fix it. Something.
So just roll out and do what you need to do.
Got new body being put on it. Brian put me in.
You'd be surprised all the guys that they're just going to go home and maybe wash it. They won't leave it there, even though they may not have any mud on it.
No.
They'll carry it home.
Yeah.
So is your paint scheme same? Same, but just a new body.
It just has to be nice, you know.
Yeah.
Again, sleight of hand.
There,
Your
right.
car looks good. Hey, his car's pretty.
If I'm gonna drive like crap, I'm gonna at least look good doing it.
Hey, I'm that guy that goes, oh wow, look at that 8 car. He's really good. I'm betting on him. And then like he lost his $5 all the way. And he goes, that guy sucks.
All right, look, is that a common thing?
But his car's pretty.
His car's good looking.
This is what we did. The first year we ever took our girls to Devil's Bowl was the Spring Nationals, where it was, I don't know, 30 degrees. The power went out in the middle of the show. It was miserable outside. You remember that? It was like 2015. I want to say it was 2016. Because it was last year's
champion that year.
It was last year's Spring Nationals that I actually dropped my business card off, and then this whole situation began. But yeah, that's what we did. We all took 10 $1 bills and we all bet on the races, and my youngest daughter had all the money by the end of the night.
Who bet on me?
I don't know. That was a couple years ago, man.
Yeah.
Now they'll like, my wife, she's funny because she'll be like, hey, like on the May 5th show, it's just a regular point series week, but it's also my birthday. She goes, hey, do you think we could get that first suite like we did last year? And I'm like, oh, I'll talk to Beverly and Pam. We'll get it all set up. I mean, it's just a regular point series championship week. No big deal. And that's what they do up there. And she's always like, okay, modifieds. Oh, it's time for the modifieds. Clyde Dunn Jr. she'll be the first one. And all her friends, they don't know racing. She's like, I'm like, you're just up there stealing money. That's not cool.
You started, and when did you start racing? Do you know?
Gosh, dirt cars. Maybe those the Camaros that we used to race for 2 years.
Street stock.
Maybe 2012, 11.
How about 2008?
2008.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, yep, 8 seasons.
Did you take a break in there?
You had one street stock win.
I think we got an impersonator in here.
What?
I don't think that's the real Rick Bird.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
There he is.
Here for my radio show.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Got Dewey over.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up?
We're in third Friday night. I'm gonna go play some blackjack. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! I'll play some blackjack.
Isn't that
You guys
wild?
are crazy.
That's the most insane thing I've ever seen.
Wally doing, baby? Martin Edwards and Amanda.
Hey, Dewey.
Where'd you get the fire suit out of his truck?
That's the bad luck fire suit. Dude.
Well, you know why it's bad luck? Because Wally's about to split wide open.
I bought that fire suit. I wore it one time at Boot Hill, totaled the car. Bought another car 2 weeks later, totaled another car at Kilgore. $1,400 I wore it twice. That was it.
It don't fit me, I promise.
Bad luck.
Dude,
bad
luck. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm just going to do this real quick.
Kara wore that one night in my factory stock. The first night I did it, burned a valve up.
That's all y'all need to see is that right there. That is
The back of it split out.
Yeah, it's fat guy in a little suit. Fat guy in a little. Yeah, don't try to show your ass off on the show. Get out of here with that.
Pam just texted me, says she's crying so hard.
Oh my God.
I gotta get this off. I might bust it at the same.
Come back in, we'll tell stories.
It's already busted at the seams there. Good.
I'll let y'all take it over here in a minute.
Well, you gotta go home 20 if you're planning on going home.
Why?
Because literally the train just broke in half right here and is blocked everything.
Everything
Really?
where? All the way across
So
town?
Murray, going back to your stats.
48's open, but all the rest of them are shut down.
well, at least I know I can get around 548 to get back home because I live on the north side. So, thanks for that information.
I had it up here.
It literally broke while we were sitting.
What year?
We watched it.
All the years?
All the years. I got all year.
What? Okay, so you obviously factory stock. Had you raced factory stock before you raced factory stock this year?
Street stock. I guess they're a little different. 2 years.
And then you've raced limited ever since?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to get in the modified at all?
He's got 4 limited wins, but he did win the championship in 2016.
That was a good year. That was 14 top 10s, 9 top 5s, 2 back-to-back wins.
Hell yeah.
I'll tell you, that's it.
Dude, that's what we need is a T-shirt, a Rick Murray T-shirt with the 8 that just says, hell yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Consistency.
I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to design you a T-shirt.
I drove your sprint car one night. Never again. No sprint cars. I'm too old. To do that. I'm not old, but you know what I'm saying?
You're only as old as you feel.
I tell you, I'm as old as this body takes to recover. But it takes a lot longer to recover than it did 10 years ago.
Yeah. I look, I'll be 44 in 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm not as young as I used to be. I feel old and
the modifieds are cool, but they're expensive.
Man, they are.
And you know, I think we have the best competition in the limited modified class.
It's one of our week in and week out probably the most populated class at the Devil's Bowl.
Yeah, but we're not the only tracks that have that competition either in limited modified. That's pretty
everywhere you go.
And Wayne Melton texted in, hell yeah. I'm telling us what we need.
Wayne's a cool guy.
We need number 8 shirt that just says hell yeah.
I have them.
He's already got it.
That's what I need. Need me a hell yeah. Well, are you going to stand behind me or are you going to go get over there?
Come on.
Yeah, go sit down.
That's a badass door right
there. It is.
Hell yeah.
We'll let Martin in here where he can talk about RPM and racing, and I'll go to the house. How about that?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll shut that mic off, let him swap out. So,
there's beers on my front seat if you want one.
I didn't know what Wally. He's like, hey, what time is Murray going to be on? And because I got something special for him, and I'm like, he's in the 8 o'clock hour. All right, don't freak out when I bust in. I'm like, okay.
So my wife thought it wasn't going to be funny, but
I thought it was funny.
I thought of it last night. I was like, man, I got to do this.
He tried to chicken out in the parking lot.
I brought my fire suit.
I was mine. When you couldn't get into his fire suit.
Yeah, that was a tough part. But I've driven his car before, so I know I can fit in the seat, but the fire suit's a little different.
Mark Ross says, even though you only raced the factory once, which class is more fun, the limited or the factory?
Well, I mean, the limited modified is more fun right now because I've only done it one time. I mean, that car's fun to drive. That car's like since I don't do it all the time, it's not like I have to win at everything, even though I don't. That's the vicious cycle in this whole thing is that everybody's competitive. So you want to win all the time, but when you just race the car once in a while, like the factory stock, it makes it easier because there's not as much pressure to win. You just want to go out and, it's like racing at these short tracks. When I go there, I don't care if I win. I just want to make the show. And what I was thinking when I was in the front, I go, I just hope I don't spin out and wreck the whole field. And that's exactly what I'm thinking. So no pressure. And no pressure equals good time. Racing every night, the limited modified is pressure because I want to win every time I go out there. And it just doesn't always happen.
Do you have an arch nemesis on the track? Like somebody that you just...
No, I hate everybody.
You know what? That's the greatest answer ever. I hate them all.
No, I don't like them, any of them when I'm out there.
From the time the green flag drops to the checkered flag, I hate you all.
I don't hate them. I don't dislike them either. I respect all of them, but I'm probably a lot less. What's the word I'm looking for? A lot less. I'll give you. Steve always tells me, neighbors always say, stop giving them, if they're coming right next to me, I'll give them a break. If somebody's going to spin out in front of me and I'm going to hit them and help them, I did that to, what's that guy's name? 69 car, Gigsby? In Texas. I could have hit him and he hit me and I lifted for him, so I didn't do it. So, answer to your question is, I respect everybody out there. I like everybody out there. I don't have any enemies. None. Zero. Chris Tarrant and I used to get into it a little bit, but we're good now. I work for Chris.
The problem is
I do
limited
work for
modifieds.
my company about a lot a month. So
that's good.
The problem with the limiteds is if you lift for somebody, you're going to get run over because we're all going the same speed. And the factory stocks are the same way. You have to be on the gas.
Yeah, it's momentum for sure the whole time.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a break when we come back. Get your text messages in 469-355-0362. Of course, not only do we have the rock star himself, straight out of Rowlett, it's Rick Murray. But now we got Martin Edwards and
the hilarious Wally Beatty. Fat guy in little coat. We'll talk more with them right after this. You are listening to the Dirt Talk Nation right here on KFNY, True Texas Radio.
At Forney Family Dentistry and Orthodontics, we want to give you a smile with style at an affordable price. Get braces for as low as $88 a month. Join our family of bracketeers today. We make it fun with exclusive events just for you. For added convenience, you can have your teeth cleaned at your ortho appointment. Give the gift of a beautiful smile for as low as $88 a month. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today.
Hey everybody, Will Riggs here for Young Ideas, your local TV expert, and I want to tell you about Dish TV. If technology, value, and customer satisfaction are important to you, then it's time to cut the cable cord once and for all. Upgrade your TV experience and start saving with Dish today. Drop by Young Ideas at 518 Houston Street in Wills Point, Texas, or call 833-4DISH-TV. That's 833-4 Dish TV, or visit them on the web at youngideastv.com. They are Young Ideas TV, your locally owned, operated, and trusted satellite TV experts.
Since 1968, Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest has been serving racers nationwide. From race parts to tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice to all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, The Woodlands, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite, Texas. If you don't live close to one of our stores, you can order online 24 hours a day at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free at 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs.
At Bush's Chicken, we understand how stressful life can be at times. There's work, getting kids to and from school, ball games, and other extracurricular activities. That's why we make ordering at Bush's Chicken quick and easy with the fastest drive-thru service you will ever experience. You can leave the cooking to us, save time, and still feed your family a solid meal. On your way home, stop by today and get the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
Your air conditioning system is the second largest investment you can make in your home, so why not choose the best? Choose American Standard Air Conditioning. Choose Forney Air. With the heat of the Texas summer right around the corner, ensure that you and your family stay cool with a brand new American Standard Air Conditioning and heating system, complete with a Wi-Fi thermostat from Forney Air. No interest for 5 years with the first 5 months deferred with approved credit. Call Forney Air for details today at 214-924-9745. That's 214-924-9745, or find them online at ForneyAirandHeat.com.
Oh, yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation. The following segment brought to you by Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest since 1968. Smiley's Racing Products and Hoosier Tire Southwest has been serving the Dallas-Fort Worth racing community. From race parts to tires, Smiley's is ready to help you get to the checkered flag first. We provide track-tested parts and advice at all 5 of our store locations, including Kennedale, The Woodlands, Sherman, Oklahoma City, and our main showroom in Mesquite, Texas. If you don't live close to one of our stores, no problem. Order online 24 hours a day at Smiley'sRacing.com or give us a call toll-free, 866-959-7223. Smiley's Racing Products, where we look forward to servicing your race car needs. The term servicing seems kind of awkward, I think. I should probably change that to something else.
Well, it depends on how it's being used.
Yeah.
That's what she
In
said.
your head, probably not a good thing.
Well, dude, and anybody who has anything to do with any racetrack is probably thinking the same thing right now. Now that I mention it, they're like,
Now that you mention it, but before then, probably not.
This show's gotten out
Not
of hand.
everybody's in the gutter like you.
or anything.
it's wild as hell in here today. Yeah. I was like, now we're
Wally comes in and it goes downhill.
Yeah,
That's what happens every time.
That's what happens.
Look, I'm glad you came in though, because I'll have video of you in that little tiny suit.
Hey,
for a long time to come.
It's all good.
We should take pictures afterwards.
Commercial.
It's all good.
Commercial footage right there.
Yeah. That is commercial footage. Come see Wally Beatty stretch out Rick Murray's.
Let's leave Rick Murray out of that.
Wait, you can't stop there either. That's really awkward. Now, Martin, Friday night, man, we had finally got to racing at RPM after Mother Nature has hosed us over.
Last year we got all the luck, and this year we ain't had much of it.
Yeah, and so, thankfully today's the last day with rain in the forecast for about the next 8 days or so. So maybe we'll get all the way to next
Wednesday and Thursday. There's
so
somewhat of a chance, but We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Was awesome too.
The track, look, man,
it was awesome.
It was a little heavier than I wanted it, but
Rick likes
first
that heavy
night,
racetrack.
not knowing exactly where our base was and everything, it didn't get rough. So that was the main thing.
Yeah, it was wild, man. We had, I don't think I've seen that many rollovers in one night in a while. Like we had, of course, the Texas Wing Modified guys had one over. The A class had one over.
Mini
and
sprints.
Yep, that's A class.
A class.
That's insane. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Sorry, that's insane.
Yeah.
Are they? How fast are they going? How much fast? How much slower than the sprint cars?
Not much.
Lap times out there.
I bet they're pretty close.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Pretty close.
Then little kids get out of cars.
Yeah.
Oh, they get after it, man. They get after it. And what's crazy is like Austin Monday, drives the sprint car now. He actually showed me he used to race those, and they're shifters on the outside of the car.
Some of them are on the inside, depending on.
And Austin will show you, man. Look, go ask him. Show me your fingers. His fingers got ripped off in a race.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, Cowtown Speedway. He still to this day doesn't know how it happened. His glove or something got sucked in the chain, and it cut his ring finger and his pinky off, completely off on the racetrack.
Did he finish the race?
No, it was at the end of the race, and he pulled in, and he got out of the car and was jumping around, and they thought he was on fire or something because methanol doesn't burn. You can't see it when it burns. So they didn't know. The crew didn't know what happened, and their next heat race rolled on the racetrack and was pacing, and his fingers didn't get run over, and they ran out there and saw what had happened, and they went and picked his fingers up off the track, and I believe they careflighted him, and they sewed his fingers back on that night.
Yeah. Also,
he has full function. I mean, they're a little deformed, but
they're not.
He has full function, everything out of his hand.
Yeah.
What's ironic about that family is his stepdad Ronnie has fingers missing on the same hand and the same fingers. When he was about 14 in the shop, was making a wire loom for the spark plugs and on a drill press, and it spun and cut his fingers off in the shop. And then his mom has a missing toe. So I mean, they're all missing digits.
That's awesome. That's just awesome. We can do a whole show of missing digits. We're going to call it, dude, we need to film a reality show. We'll call it Missing Digits.
Have to get Kevin Ramey.
Start searching out all the drivers who are missing body parts.
Back in the day, it was a common thing to happen, especially in sprint car drivers, because when they turn over, hands go on the roll cage, gets crushed. It's common.
You look like you were missing a digit in that photo.
Well, I was missing more than a digit.
Stephen Neighbors said, yeah, man, great track on Friday night. Thanks for all the hard work. But it's got to be frustrating. I mean, you guys, this is what we talked about with your dad earlier. You spend 60, 70, 80 hours a week, between you and a couple other people, making sure everything's ready to go, make sure the track's prepped, make sure the track is ready to go, and then Mother Nature comes and goes and just pisses all over your hard work.
Most frustrating thing is doing it all and then having to redo it and not see the racing.
Right.
Not necessarily that that the racing didn't happen, or if you didn't have to redo everything you did, it wouldn't be bad. Just wait another week and go with it. But when you got to do everything as if you raced all over again,
now
the same old circles get old when you're doing it at 2 miles an hour.
I used to talk to Lanny Senior, your granddad, and I'd get there, 3 o'clock. They open the gate, and I'd be so excited, and it'd start raining, and I go, and Lanny be just going like this. I go, aren't you mad? He always looked at me, and he said, every time he goes, can't predict the weather.
Nope.
Can't predict the weather. He didn't even get mad. He wasn't mad.
If we could predict the weather and control the weather,
we wouldn't be dirt car racing.
You're right. I'd have a big old fat pocket full of money because I'd have every farmer paying me to
tell them when it's going to rain and they can save money on their water bill and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Stuff. When I could make it rain and not rain when they needed to, we'd be rich, living on a beach somewhere, on some island.
I'm actually behind. I'm behind this cause sent in by Stephen Neighbors, who says we need to make Devil's Bowl great again. Bring back walking tacos to the Devil's Bowl.
Devil's Bowl didn't have walking tacos.
Well, look, Stephen.
The best thing that Devil's Bowl ever had was the funnel cakes.
Let me tell you what you got to do, Stephen. You got to bring your own nachos.
Walking tacos stay at RPM, and the burrito will stay at Devil's Bowl.
Look,
burritos aren't good.
Stephen, I'm going to tell you how to get away with it at the Devil's Bowl. Just so you know.
Had them for like a week. They got rid of them. They were good though. It took like 30 minutes to get one, but man, they were good.
It takes too long to cook, and not enough of them sold to justify keeping all the chicken.
Yeah.
The walk-talk is my favorite thing. Like literally, before I set up everything. Hey, look, I was glad. Like every time I go somewhere, I always take an extra mixer with me. It's a damn good thing because the RPM mixer died literally the first race of the night, and so I whipped mine out, plugged mine in, everything was good to go. But it went. We were talking, and it went. And there was nothing.
Buzzing.
And it started buzzing everything because it had to short it. It shorted out. So I was like, "Yay for bringing backups!"
Yep.
It was great because I just threw them in there. But
lucky.
Because I was watching the first races we recorded, and you could just hear it go, and I was like, "Yeah, we're not going to be able to produce this race. It's not going to be. Nobody wants to hear that at all." Now, Rick, do you ever bang and clang with that guy over there, the number 4 car?
What?
You ever bang doors with that guy over there?
I hope they don't bang
Hey, now whose mind is in the gutter? Now whose mind is in the gutter?
Yeah, we banged doors one night. Well, I think I won the race that night, and I bumped him right.
I was
in
leading
front.
the feature.
He was pissed.
I was leading the feature.
Don't do that to me again. I didn't mean to.
It was last year actually. One of the first nights, and I was leading the feature for the first 4 or 5 laps, and Rick was faster, and I knew he was. And when he passed me, he went up and over the front end. But I mean, it was just.
You always get pissed when it happens.
I mean, when you
didn't mean
pass,
to do it.
especially,
Hey, that's still not as bad as Tim Henderson driving over the top of your car.
That was rough.
Let's just be honest with that.
That was Rick and another guy got together and spun out.
Yeah.
And I had nowhere to go, and it was just a racing deal there.
Yeah. Man.
I tell you what,
everything's your fault, huh?
When Rick started racing,
when Rick started racing, I bought 12 new cars. I bought one left.
I think Rick started in 2010.
8. He said 8.
2008.
It's been a while. He actually had my dad's old car. And I think you wrecked first few nights, and you come to me one night and said, "Hey man, can you hot lap my car?" And I think you went out and won a heat race that night. And you won a feature.
Thinks he was some stud in the straight stocks or something.
Right after that,
probably.
And then look, but
his
you know,
head-
besides
his
that, I don't
head
think we've
fit,
ever
I mean-
run it. We've raced a lot though.
Look, I have to say that.
Well, and I get along well. I mean, we go to the casino and stuff, and have.
Actually, somebody made sure that they let me know that your wife is a gambling fool.
Who said that?
They didn't put their name on
Yeah,
it.
she likes to go play slot machines.
Yeah.
She wins money though. She won
Man, look.
$150K last year playing slot machines net. So
That's awesome.
that's extra dirt car parts.
Man, we don't have that kind of money to play with.
Well, the thing is that when she goes there so much, it's like they'll give her. They don't give me. They don't give me anything to go there.
Right.
They'll have
We're on the internet, not regular TV.
Yeah, you can
go
say
ahead.
shit. It's okay.
They don't give me shit. They give me like they'll give her $600 Friday and $600 Saturday.
Oh, free play?
Free play.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She'll turn it into $8,000, bringing home cash in a thing.
Yeah.
I've seen it. She
Where-
does.
What's
She
your
does.
what's your favorite go-to? What casino is your favorite?
We go to Sam's Town in Shreveport.
Man, look.
It's a shitty. It smells like cigarettes and everything, but she wins.
That's all that matters. She wins.
Dude, like that's the one place that my wife and I went there we go for her birthday in February every year. We went to Sam's Town probably the first 6 years we went to that, and then one time I was like, get a wild hair on my ass and go, we're gonna go to the Horseshoe, and she's like, it's way better over here. It doesn't smell.
Yeah, it smells like cigarettes kind of there too. They have a good steakhouse there too. Wally took me to dinner there one night. It was awesome. But I'll go to like Choctaw
High rollers
with Diane or and Brian. We'll go to Choctaw, and then when we raced at Texas, it's funny because we talk about like, who won the race, who did this, and Steve and Neighbors and I were out there. I go, all right, did we go in the casino or not? It's like 9 o'clock. He goes, let's go. We stayed out. I'm usually in bed at 10. I think I got in bed at 3 o'clock that morning, but we won money that night too. That was a good night.
Like I say, I like Windstar, but I love Choctaw.
I love Choctaw because there's not so many people.
Right.
That's what I like. I don't like people really.
And one of the
Well, Rick likes to play blackjack too, and
I couldn't tell that.
Windstar's a lot of casinos.
I mean, I like you guys. You guys are good. All the dirt car fans and everything, I like you. But if you're in my way in the fast lane on the highway where I'm going 90 and you're going 60, I don't like you.
Steven says, me and Rick love BJ. Maybe it's
blackjack.
Blackjack. Yeah. He said
blackjack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you may want to spell that out next time.
Blackjack.
I told you when Wally came in, it went downhill. So come on, guys, no abbreviation.
But he said Rick, Tom, and I are going tomorrow. You guys are going tomorrow?
We're gonna fly to Shreveport. Tom.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget. Yeah, Tom's up there. He's like, hey guys, just getting my personal plane.
The 2 hours turns into 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's like about 30, 45 minute flight.
30 minutes.
It's not very far.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, Rick's always like, hey, man, y'all want to go to the casino with us? And I'm like, why do you got to tell me, like, the day of? Of course, during racing season, it's easy. It's we got
Because that's how he does it. It's the day of. He's like, let's go to the casino.
Right. Oh, if
it's
it
not
rains?
a planned deal.
No, you don't plan it. That's no fun.
No, it's the last minute. Hey, it's raining. Let's go to this casino.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So here's the great thing about the casino. When you go to the casino, I don't drink and drive. Even though I had that beer when I walked in, it was like 2 hours ago, so I just had like a half of it. But you can go to the casino.
Police aren't listening. It's okay.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you go to the casino, you can just be in the casino. You can get shit faced and play blackjack. It rules.
Right.
It's great.
And you never know what time it is. That's why there's no windows. Because that's why there's no windows in the casino.
I like it. We go to Sam's
No
now,
clocks.
so I'm working on Imposino.
No clocks at all.
Rick plans his work out of town on purpose. Like he'll bid jobs knowing there's a casino nearby. Like he'll go to like Louisiana or Shreveport, or I think he's gone to Mobile before, New Orleans. So
we did in the wrestle business. I used to travel around, and we did a show. We used to do shows in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Right across the bridge from Fort Smith is Roland, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And the Cherokee Casino and Inn is where we always stayed because they gave us free rooms.
Yeah.
We get done with the wrestling show, get paid, and like, all right, guys, go to the casino, baby. We be up all night at the casino.
Lose everything we just made.
Yeah,
we do that. We go to Destin every year. We stop in Biloxi. We stay there for a night. Then we drive in.
Where do you stay at Biloxi? Beau
This place,
Rivage?
International Palace. No,
My wife loves the Beau Rivage.
It's
She
really
likes-
nice
yeah,
there.
that's what she likes.
Really cool there. But let's get back to my scary driving skills. Let's talk about
We will. Actually, guys, text in your questions, comments, whatever. If you want to talk gambling, racing, whatever. We got about 15 minutes left here in the nation. We'll do that when we come back. It's the Dirt Talk Nation, KFNY, True Texas Radio.
Hi, I'm Dr. Melina Cosby. Do you miss eating foods you love? Are your dentures loose? Tired of yucky paste and glue? At Forney Family Dentistry, we offer implant retained dentures for a confident smile that fits your lifestyle. Call us today for a free consultation or visit us at ForneyFamilyDentistry.com today. At Forney Family Dentistry, we make your whole family smile.
Forney Embroidery is a full-service embroidery and silk screening business. We offer embroidered silk screen scrubs, golf shirts, work shirts, restaurant uniforms, reflective safety gear, caps, jackets, hoodies, and so much more for virtually any business, school, or team. Find them on Facebook or online at ForneyEmbroidery.com, or just give Crazy Dave a call at 972-636-8379 and let him create you a company logo or work on getting your existing logo applied to garments and promotional products that promote and advertise your business and services offered. That's 972-636-8379. Forney Embroidery is a proud sponsor of TrueTexasRadio.com.
SL Neighbors Roofing prides ourselves on quality workmanship, customer satisfaction, safety, and we never cut corners or compromise on materials. We offer residential and commercial roofing services, and we are experienced in all the latest and most common types of roofing materials, including shingles, architectural metal, TPO, standing seam, tapered, sheet metal, and more. We do roof repair, replacements, new construction, waterproofing, gutters, and even infrared moisture detection. We also offer free estimates and 24-hour roofing estimates. SL Neighbors also offers exclusive warranties through the top manufacturers such as Gaff, Carlisle, Firestone, and many more with an exclusive 20-year labor warranty. So call us today at 972-771-7578. That's 972-771-7578. SL Neighbors Roofing. We can roof the world. It's that time of year again, as this Friday and Saturday night, the World of Outlaws returns to where it all began, the world-famous Devil's Bowl Speedway. Back-to-back nights of heart-stopping, edge-of-your-seat excitement featuring the best drivers in the world in the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series headlining both nights. You'll also see the best of the best limited modifieds in the first-ever Devil's Bowl Limited Modified Invitational. 40 cars, 40 drivers, all duking it out to see who will reign supreme on the half-mile Great Clay. That's Friday and Saturday night at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 p.m. both nights. Get tickets and more information online at WooSprint.com.
Bush's Chicken has a long tradition of being voted the best chicken in communities where we're located. People love our specials like Tender Tuesday and Happy Hour every day from 2 to 5 p.m. And Bush's believes in giving back to our communities. Most weeks throughout the year, Bush's Chicken is donating meals and our famous iced tea in support of area schools and churches. Stop by today and get the best chicken, the best tenders, and the best tea at the best value. Bush's Chicken, simply the best.
Oh, yeah, back here in the Dirt Talk Nation. Final segment brought to you by Devil's Bowl Speedway in the World of Outlaws. Join us Friday and Saturday night for the World of Outlaws in the limited modified invitational at Devil's Bowl Speedway. The top sprint car drivers in the world will be on hand where it all began with the World of Outlaws sprint cars. Then 40 of the top limited modified drivers hit the track to duke it out for Devil's Bowl supremacy. Who will reign supreme on the gray clay? The only way to find out is to be there. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the green flag drops at 8 o'clock. Get your tickets online, roosprint.com, or at the door. The only way to see the best show on dirt is to be there. All right, y'all, final segment of the Dirt Talk Nation. We have started with Rick Murray and LR. We're going to finish it up with Rick Murray, Martin Edwards, and Wally Beatty. Wally's kind of an egomaniac, I think. That's kind of why he busted in here. But somebody wanted to know, Martin, did you spend your day working on toilets today? Tracy Adams wants to know.
Yeah, a little bit. Some of it. And a mailbox.
And why all those things?
Because somebody on last Saturday, decided to wipe out the mailbox at Devil's Bowl and the fence and everything. So
didn't they already do that once this year? This is the second time?
They ran through the fence just
About
north of the
2 months
shop.
ago?
Yeah, and now some jackwagon decided to crash and flip his car.
Everybody's a race
through the
car
fence and over the mailbox.
They're trying to impress and say, "Hey, can I get on the track last week?" Brandon wants to know, Rick, who's the first person you ever wrecked?
Brandon. He hit my car with the steering wheel, too. And you know what? That sucks so bad because he helped me all night long. Helped me set my air pressure. I'd never been
parked right next to you, didn't he?
No, he parked down like at the in turn.
That was your very first night ever to race.
First night, and I wrecked him. I didn't mean to. I mean, I didn't
know how to drive.
You know what? It doesn't matter if you mean to or not. He was pissed.
Hey,
hit my car with the steering wheel. I was like, "Fuck, dude, sorry."
Dude, I was like Chip Graham, man. Last year, I gave him hell all year last year because he got mad because he got wrecked out and he got out of his car and threw his steering wheel at the guy who had wrecked him out, and it was I've been giving him hell. But man, look, kudos to Chip first of all because Chip actually sent his guy to pick up my car last week at Graham's Wrecker Service after we got wrecked.
Don't give him a big head either.
Chip's a good dude.
Yeah, Chip's a good dude, man. He sent a guy to pick up the car, and otherwise Buster's over here was going to get it, and I was going to pay storage.
He's just getting the credit his uncle did.
Yeah. Whatever. Tracy wants to know, have you ever spun out your brother-in-law on purpose, Wally?
No. We had a few run-ins 2 years ago, I think 2016. So leading up to that year, my sister was like, y'all better not touch each other. You better race clean. Well, the very first night, we started on the front row together. And we went down the third corner, I think it's back straight away there, getting into turn 3. And he went down and he locked it down, and I was already back in the gas, and we got together and he spun out. Well, a few weeks later, he was leading the race and he was checked out. I mean, he was gone. And then we had a caution. It started pushing on him under green flag right after we went back green. And he went down turn 3 and 4 and nearly come to a complete stop in the middle of the corner, and I hit him in the back corner, the back bumper, and it spun him around, and he got spun around and I didn't, so it looked bad then, and then it was just racing, and we had a few words about it, and I think for Christmas that year he gave me his back bumper as a Christmas gift.
That's funny. Text message from the 903. I'll tell you who it's from in a second. All I want to know, if Rick will win the championship this season in his new Smiley's chassis, of course, with his best crew chief, Brian. That's from KB. I'll let you figure that out.
So, no, I let's be realistic. I think since I've had a pretty shitty year last year, and I go out there and try every time, but I think racing's like golf. You got to be really, really consistent or you suck, and I don't like golf, but I'm just saying, you got to be really consistent. It's
I like golf because you get to go drink.
It's the closest thing I can compare it to. So, do I think I win the championship this year? Depends on what the track's like all the time.
If it's heavy, Rick's a contender for sure.
If I can be consistent, I will try every week to win the championship. But, if it was 100 to 1 on me, that's probably what it is, 100 to 1 odds. I'd maybe put just a couple hundred on it.
Okay, so if they make sports gambling legal in Texas, will we have a betting window at the racetracks?
I think you would see it at some tracks, for sure.
I think some of them definitely
for sure.
would.
I think you'd see it at a lot of sporting events, actually.
Yeah.
For sure.
Martin, are feature lineups this week going to be based on point average or the current redraw system?
What do you mean this week for Friday and Saturday?
Yeah.
It'll be a
Right.
draw redraw because it's not a points night.
Right.
It's not.
No, this week's not a point.
This week's not a points night.
And do you have an outlaw to run this weekend?
Nope. No 410.
So no 410 for Martin.
Gonna be working and hopefully make sure transponder stuff stays good. And
me and Martin talked about that point average passing point deal, and we've talked about it a lot this winter. Actually, there's pros and cons of both sides of it. Point average is what a lot of tracks do. It gives the guys that have the lower point average a chance to start on the front and makes the guys earn it from the back, but it causes more cautions. It causes more wrecks sometimes. The draw redraw, you better make the redraw. I mean, it's tough. The competition in all the classes is tough. If you don't make the redraw, you're gonna run 8th or 9th at least.
Karen says, let's be realistic. Last championship he won was the Smileys, and stop bad-mouthing yourself.
I'm not bad-mouthing myself. I'm being serious. I know I kid around a lot, but I really, really try to go out there and do my best every weekend at Devil's Bowl, and it's been hard for like the last year. So I'm going to get that Smiley's chassis and put it back out there. And if those tracks, look, I'm not good on a dry slick track. That's why I'm trying to go to these short tracks and learn how to do it. It's very, very frustrating because when you go there, you might do great in your heat because it's tacky, and you might draw the first spot. But in your mind, when it's dry slick like that, it doesn't matter. You're defeated before you do it because I'm just not good at it.
Psyched out.
Yeah, I tried. So I'm trying. I'm going to try to do well. When that track's tacky, I'm as good as anybody else. But when it gets slick, it suck. I mean, I want to be good at it, but I just haven't done it long enough or learned how to put that egg under my pedal and not smash it.
Somebody says, Wally, who's better, you or Chris?
Somebody's
trying to. I think somebody's trying to set
a lot of
family
people try to get
action.
us to bicker with each other. We actually get along somewhat.
That's what Chris said too.
We get along pretty well. My goal is to win a feature every week. We struggled a lot last year, but I feel like we're back where we need to be this year. We've had some practice sessions, and if I can beat everybody every week, I'm happy. Just like he said earlier in the first segment, he's there to beat who's on top of their game right now, and that's Kevin Rowland.
Yeah,
just to be able to show up and kick our butts like that.
Yeah, Kevin and Brian.
That's exactly right. I outran Brian that first night we ran, and that I felt happy. I was glad to outrun Brian Bolden.
Those guys are good. Brian,
he's there every week. They're both there every week.
I was
neighbors.
Yeah, Steve too.
If you go out to win every night, and that's just first goal and only goal is to win every night.
You know what?
If you do that, you win the championship.
The points will fall where they're supposed to be,
right?
And you'll end up where you're supposed to be at the end of the year.
That's exactly right.
One of the things we laughed about last year with Brian, and I remember saying it with you, we were in the pits talking, and Brian was like, all he had to do was finish second or beyond. He didn't have to win any more races for the rest of the year or whatever. And then he decided the week before the next to last week of the season last year, he ended up winning and got tore down.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh no!" And I was like, "All you gotta do is finish second, man."
As a racer, you can't back up.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
If it's there, you want to win every week.
I mean, that's look. You win the race every night, you win the championship. You finish. If you get in second place, you'll win the championship every night.
Are we 2.5 minutes left? Here's my question, because and this is one of the things, like we talked about, Chris instituted rules on Wally's sister about how to act in the pits. And there are other wives who can get animated.
We can go back to 1962 rules. I got a copy in the car if we want to look at them.
Where women and children weren't allowed in the pits?
That's right.
I think you had to be the age of 16 at least to get in the pits.
No, now you have 20, to be...
21.
21. Okay.
21 to get in the pits, and women were only allowed in the pits if they were entered into that event for that night.
So if we set up, like, say, a wrestling ring or a boxing ring in the middle of the front straightaway, what wife are you putting your money on?
I don't know. I've seen my sister fight like random people. Like there was a fight one
said
time.
Random people.
Yeah, like there was
randomly got.
There was two guys
fight?
fighting, and like I look over, my sister's like jumping on the pile, and like one dude's getting kicked in the face, and I don't know what she was doing, but
she was kicking him in the face.
She was in the fight. Like I don't even know.
I don't know who I would pick because in all actuality, the crews and wives and everything, a lot of times they start the altercation because they're already in the pits before the drivers can get back.
That's right.
And so everything's already kind of started. So But by the time it all gets started, like nobody sees who the women actually fighting,
which is good for the sport. Look, they take you and
just do it on the front straightaway.
Do it on the front straightaway.
Not getting into turn 1, Chip, or
back into turn 2 and back in the back straightaway.
Middle, like flag stand, front straightaway.
If you can,
Stephen Neighbors said Joe Rowland. I think he just wants to get her into a fight.
If you can get those fans going and get and look, I know it's not part of it, but it's part of it. I mean, you put. What? There's 100 cars out there.
It's like a dugout clearing out at a baseball game.
It's just like that race we had last year on the front straightaway with the 72 car.
That was bullshit, though.
It was. But people enjoyed that. People fired up.
Dude, last year when that went down right on the front
straightaway,
Neighbors was coming over the wall, and it was going crazy.
I'd never seen Rick that mad. I've known Rick for 10 years, and I've never seen Rick get that mad.
Look, I was in the fourth floor where there's no windows that open, and I heard every F-bomb that came out of his mouth.
I didn't say that. Did I?
Oh, yeah. There was a bunch. Because LR was like, whoa, hey, time out.
There was kids, and I don't mean to do that, but again, you put 100 guys together, 100 cars out there at night, all testosterone, tell them, hey, go ahead and go fast and compete, and don't get mad at the end of it.
Yeah, don't get mad at the very end.
You're going to get mad, and that's what makes it great, So,
oh, man. I'm excited. It's going to be a great weekend. That's a great segue. It's called what we call a professional segue from Rick Murray right there. That was great. It's going to be a great weekend. World of Outlaws Friday and Saturday night. Come out to Devil's Bowl Speedway. Get your tickets online. WooSprint.com. Gates open at 6 o'clock. The green flag drops at 8. Of course, they got all the cool qualifying and all that cool stuff. That all goes
7
down.
o'clock, I think.
It starts at 7 o'clock, so you get there early. Plus, there'll be all the they'll have all the big time guys will have their trailers out there to buy merch.
I'll be there. I'll be signing autographs down in the
Rick Murray will be down there signing autographs. Get you a Hell Yeah shirt.
Get you a Hell Yeah t-shirt. Little kids, I got flags for them.
There you go. So
Lanny's going to get pissed because he sells them, and I got like 50 of them, so maybe I better not do that.
Away, But you guys join us Friday and Saturday night at Devil's Bowl Speedway. The World of Outlaws are back in town. We'll be back with you guys
waving the grandstands
next week. That's right here on the Dirt Talk Nation. Next Wednesday night on KFNY True Texas Radio. For Wally, for Rick Murray, for Martin Edwards, for LR, for Chris Tarrant, this is Will Riggs. I thank you for your time. And until next time, hell yeah, so long, everybody.